Hello and welcome to my Europa League 2025 final prediction. We'll do all the European finals. I think we're looking to do more videos and looking to find more content over the summer to try and do maybe some predictions, early predictions and stuff like that. Club World Cup predictions, the international break predictions and all that jazz. So we've got all the player finals, all the European finals coming up. So yeah, let's just jump straight to these predictions. So we take a look back on the semi-finals then from the Europa League, and it's Spurs who beat Bodo Glimt 5-1 on aggregate, who are no pushovers, and they said in Norway it'd be a really tough place to go. Did Bodo Glimt, and Spurs made easy work of it. They beat Frankfurt before that, where they were tipped to lose against Frankfurt, weren't they? Against an Olympiacos side, Bodo Glimt beat, then they beat Lazio via penalties, and then they lost to Spurs, unfortunately. As for Manchester United, they got here via Bilbao, absolutely annihilating them. I wonder if they are taking their Premier League performances back a little bit and playing shitter in them and prioritising the Europa League, of course. They beat Sociedad to get here, Lyon in that absolutely mental game at Old Trafford on that night, of course. 7-6 on aggregate, 5-4 on the night. And then they beat Bilbao and absolutely annihilated Bilbao. Beat Rangers and Roma to get here, of course. So yeah, and this is how we have had led always to Bilbao, which is the final, quite coincidentally. So yeah, we've got Spurs Man United in the final of the Europa League, an all-English affair, battle of El Shit probably. Both managers, well, one of them, if Ange loses this, you feel like he would be gone, and if United loses, they'll probably will still keep Amorim, even though if they did lose this game. But yeah, a massive, massive game for Champions League football, considering both the seasons that they have had in the Premier League, of course. So yeah, well, it should be a thrilling final. So let's just jump into the knockout phase and see what happened in the previous rounds. Into the previous rounds we go, and we start in the round of 16, where AZ Alkmaar and Spurs battled it out. I think Alkmaar beat Spurs in AZ in Alkmaar, of course, and then Spurs came back and won by 3 goals to 1 quite convincingly until Alkmaar scored. I think it was later on in that one, and yeah, got a goal back. Frankfurt knocking out Ajax. Ajax weren't really great. They did knock out who did Ajax knock out in the round of 32? They knocked I don't know who Ajax knocked out now. They knocked out Union Saint-Gilloise in there. Then you look at the other side, Bodo Glimt, Olympiacos, Bodo Glimt winning that, and then Lazio beating Victoria Pleasant was kind of expected. Other side of the draw, Man United beating Sociedad, of course, and then Lyon beating Steaua Bucuresti, Athletic Bilbao beating Roma, Rangers beating Fenerbahce and Jose Mourinho, who they were dark horses to win this tournament, but have eventually missed out. And you probably could have said, if they beat Rangers on the penalties, they probably could have got through. And then into the quarters, Spurs beat Frankfurt, very bit of a shock, that one, you could say, is after Frankfurt have been doing well, and people like Hugo Ekitike, brilliant season from him for Frankfurt. And then Bodo Glimt beating Lazio via penalties, even though they lost 3-1 away in Roma that evening. The other side, United in that thrilling game where Harry Maguire scored in the last minute goal to send Manchester United through to the semis, and Bilbao knocking out Rangers quite convincingly at home in Bilbao. And then the semis, of course, Spurs beat Bodo Glimt, Manchester United thrashing Bilbao, and Spurs probably did kind of thrash Bodo Glimt as well. And that is how we have led to this position. Spurs v United in the final. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the prediction. Don't need to do any more talking on it. Just under 98% of you aren't subscribed to the channel, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a like. So into the Europa League final we go. TNT Sports, Felix Away, the referee. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. I think he is one of the better referees. I think he did one of the Euro semi-finals. So yeah, he should be a good ref. German, of course. It's in Bilbao. The semi-finalists, of course, Athletic Bilbao. They wouldn't have won. They would have liked a home tie against Spurs, wouldn't they? But yeah, in the end, it wasn't to be for them, and we have got Manchester United and Spurs. So yeah, this, I mean, it's El Shitico really. It's both the English clubs 16th and 17th in the Premier League, doing absolutely terrible. Head-to-heads this season, Spurs beating Manchester United on all occasions. The only real closest games was the one back in February with Spurs' all their injuries, and then they beat them in the EFL Cup 4-3 back in December near Christmas time. United have won 15 of these head-to-heads, drawn 7, and Spurs have won 11. Injuries, no Kulusevski, of course, after he got injured. I think in one of the games. No James Maddison, no Lucas Bergvall, no Radu Dragusin, who has got an ACL. Lenny Yoro's injured again. No Lissandro Martinez, of course, for Manchester United. And Mateus de Ligt is doubtful, so might not make the final. Delo is also injured, and Xerxes also out for Manchester United in this one. Who do I back? Who do I back in this one? I'm going to go for the coldest quote of all time from Ange Postecoglou, saying winning things in his second season. He always wins things in his second season. I'm going to back Tottenham Hotspur to get the job done here over Manchester United. I'm going to back Spurs to win this. I'm going to go 3-2. I think Spurs' defence will be quite open, as we know with the high line under Ange Postecoglou. So yeah, I'm going back Spurs to win this 3-2, and I think it'll be a cracking game of football between two sides, and hopefully what we see more of in the Premier League next season. So yeah, backing Spurs to win this by 3-2 over Manchester United. Thank you for watching this Europa League final 2025 prediction video. We've got plenty of final predictions coming up, like the playoffs, the Europa Conference League, the Champions League final predictions, of course, coming up on the channel. We also have Nations League and international break qualifiers, which we'll be doing predictions for, as well as all the Club World Cup stuff and maybe some Gold Cup stuff as well in North America. So yeah, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like.